Hello there guys, and welcome to the stream. Today we are Scandinavian Airlines and we are going to be flying from Kastrup to Vienna aboard the IXEG 737. The reason I was really excited to fly the 737 is that one of my followers actually gave me a tip that Gizmo version 2 beta was out, and it really did solve all the stuttering that we used to get with this beautiful aircraft. The scenery here that you're seeing is that of FlyTampa. It's a new scenery, and let me tell you, this scenery is absolutely gorgeous. They just really have done a brilliant job with the airport. Looks very good. Very good taxiways, and you know the marking, the details, the asphalt, concrete, everything is very well represented. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into the cockpit. I love the cockpit of the IXEG 737, and before we begin, we are going to take a look at the weather briefing. It has been changing throughout the day, and I've been keeping an eye, so I actually did the sim brief planning just right before the stream. Let's see here. So currently, this was issued about 10 minutes ago. We are looking at a wind at Kastrup Airport of 270 degrees at 15 knots. We have a few clouds at 4,400 feet. Visibility is good, more than 10 kilometers. Current temperature is 15 Celsius, 2.7, and the QNH is 1016. Everything else is good. We're going to be departing today according to the wind direction, runway 22 right at Kastrup, and everything is looking good. So let's get things started here. I have set up a few things on my yoke. All right, so we're going to turn on the battery, and then we're going to bring up the external power. Connect ground power unit. There we go. All right. And everything looks good here. Omari, how are you doing, my friend? Are you guys, am I audible okay? And is the sim sound reasonable? If not, just let me know and I will go ahead and adjust the volumes. All right. So, with that done, we are going to go to, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Right. We are going to bring up the Avi tab, and we're going to go to our plan. Let's see here. Charts, up one, operational flight plan. No, that doesn't look right to me. Output, there we go. That's our plan, and we're just going to set up the payload and fuel information. So for that, we're going to head over here, and let's make sure that everything is in kilos. Yes, they are. All right, so if we look here, the block fuel for our flight today is 7,192 kilos. We're going to round this up to the nearest 100 and add 100 to it. That gives us a 7.3. 2.3, okay, and we're just going to say instant, and then we're just going to pick up the zero fuel, which is 46, or we could actually take the gross weight. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, let's take 46.1. That's close enough. Okay, so everything here is set. The trim is going to be 5 units. All right, let's start with, we're going to bring this up when we need it. Let's do a few checks here. Oxygen checks okay. APU fire test is good. Cargo fire test is good. All our tests here check okay. All right, and then airspeed warning test is okay. And we can just, flight recorder is fine. Stall warning test is good. And we're going to set the adheres to nav mode. All right, and what else do we need to do here in terms of the tests? We're going to arm the emergency light, and we're going to put the position light on steady. Okay. We're going to leave everything else now, and we're going to head over to the FMC. There we go, position initialization, and we are currently at Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. And next page, we're going to grab the GPS position, set it here. We're going to go to the routes page, and Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel, and the destination is Lima Oscar Whiskey Whiskey. The flight number today is Scandinavian Airlines 2574, and by the way, that's a fictitious flight number. That's just my date of birth. So there we go. Okay, and then we're going to go to the departure. We're going to depart, and we're going to bring back the Abbey tab once more, and we're going to take a look at our route today, which is right here. So we're departing today, runway 22 right through the Simon H Charlie departure. That's 22 right, and that is our SID. And then we're going to go to the routes page. By the way, I chose to do the flight plan and just start everything from cold and dark because a lot of you have asked me to do that. So there you go. Then we're going to fly to airway Zulu 4903. So there we go, Zulu 493 to Zilol. Done. And then we're going to take Zulu 491. Zulu 491. And Zulu 42 Vavan. And then we're going to take Lima 906 to Denko. And then Lima 616 to Dessen. All right, and then direct to Morco. And then direct to Mykov. And then it's going to be our star into Vienna through the Mykov 7 Whiskey, star, and runway 11. All right, we're going to head back here to departure and arrival, and we're going to select our star, which is the Mykov 7 Whiskey, ILS runway 11. There is no transition. Activate and execute. We're going to check here for discos, and there is one disco here. All right, that is set. Okay, we're going to go now to performance data. And right here, we can go back to the ground and enter our information. Gross weight is 53.37. 53.37. And that will set everything up for us. And oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go to the previous page and let's see here. The reserve fuel is going to be, let's see here, 2.7. And the cost index is 33. Our cruise altitude today is 35,000 feet. Cruise wind is 249.74, 249 degrees at 74 knots. The standard ESA is 2. And the transition altitude in Denmark, or in Kastrup, is 5,000. So we're going to set that here and execute. All is looking good now. Okay. All right, N1 limit. You know what? We'll just derate here. That's fine. Takeoff, flaps 5, and the 7.3%. Trim is about 5. Set our speeds. And the speed is 144 for V2. So let's move that. Set this to 144. Flight directors are on. We're going to go ahead and set our altitude to 35,000 feet. By the way, the IXEG 737 is due for an update very soon. Okay, let's see here. All right, so we can now go up here and turn on the yaw damper. We're going to go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps. Galley power is on, and that's fine. We're going to go ahead and start the APU. And let's see here. We're going to turn on the window heat. We should have turned on the hydraulics, but that's okay. Let's see, packs. On auto, isolation valve is open. And we're just going to wait for the APU now. We're going to set our altitude here for pressurization to 35,000 feet. And 35,000 is set. The landing altitude at Vienna is 600 feet. So we're going to set that here. Okay. APU is available. And we're going to turn on the APU bleed. Fuel is done, so we're going to turn on the seat belt signs on. And we can now remove the ground power unit. Let's come back here. Ground services. We no longer need the ground power unit. All right, everything's looking good. The hardest decision tonight is whether to watch Q8 Pilot or Captain Canada. I love Captain Canada's streams. He's a real pro. I really like his streams. I do watch him and get a few things from him every now and then because I'm very new to streaming, so I like to watch the pros. Okay, so we are looking pretty good, folks, and we need to turn on the recirculation fan, and now everything is looking good. Okay, everything is looking good here. And in the FMC, we can go to the legs page, and we're going to click here and set this to climb. Normally they are switched around, but I'm just going to keep it that way. Final check here. Everything looks good. Everything looks good here. And we're back here. We're just going to wait for the IRS alignment, which is in 1 minute from now. All right. In the meantime, we can set our QNH for... Let me just very quickly check it here on my phone. And the current QNH here at Kastrup is 1016. All right, we're going to set that. (1016) is set. And we're going to set it over here as well. 1016. There we go. All's good. Okay. So let's figure out what we want to do here. 2000, that's fine as for the squawk code. And this is on TARA. By default, we're going to set this to map, and it looks like we have an iris alignment now. We sure do. Actually, let's do this. Let's do plan, and just let's check our plan real quick. All right, so we're going to step through. Nice departure out of Kastrup. There is one thing that happens during this flight only, which I'll show you, and I think it has to do with X-plane shadows or something. That's the ILS approach. Should give us a nice approach into Vienna. All right, so we are all looking good. We can call the pushback truck now, and everything here is looking good. Okay. Better pushback.
Ground to
push.
cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, all's looking good now. By the way, I did start last time. There was a the giveaway last time did not really work for some reason, so I'm trying it again this time, and hopefully it would work. I still can't see any entries, and to enter the giveaway, you'd use exclamation raffle, all one word, so no spaces. Let's see if it works this time. I do want to give you guys, you know, the Q8Pilot cap, but let's see.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, we are ready to connect. Let me change this back to map. And all's looking good. We're going to set this to rejected takeoff. All right, now what I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the beacon light. Okay. Look at
connected and bypass
that.
pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Gotta love those jetways. All right, parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, pushback started. I love the sounds of the IXEG 737. Just look at that. All right, let's go ahead and put the packs off for engine start. And we're going to start with the engine number 2. And as you can see now, the engine is spooling. Really nice airport by FlyTampa. Looks like the giveaway is working because I can see that you guys are receiving the tickets for the entry, so that's good. Is the internet upload bad on my side, or is it your side, Mark? I'm not sure. All right, I think we can give it some fuel. All right, we have a good start on the engine number 2. Let's start the engine number 1.
Preparation complete. Set parking brake.
All right, let's set the parking brake and fuel for engine number 1.
Stand by.
Man, gotta love the sounds of the engine. You know, one thing I like about the IXEG, it really did stand through the time. X-Plane got updated and updated and updated, and it still works. You know, I mean, it's not perfect, but it still works. You know, the rain effect work, everything works. And that's a job very well done from the developers of the plane, which makes it, you know, really, it stood the test of time, definitely, in terms of, you know, development standards and the way it's been brought to the platform. Okay, let us now...
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Right, we'll put these on continuous. And we no longer need the APU. All right, so we can turn on the pitos. Everything here is fine. We can put the packs on auto. Isolation valve on auto. Turn off the APU bleed. And we no longer need the APU. Runway turn-off lights are on. Taxi lights are on. And wing and wheel lights are on. All right, full up. And full down, full left, full right, pedal, full right, full left, and center. We are good to go. Let's set our flaps to flaps 5. Flaps 5 is now in transit. There we go. And flaps 5 is now set. Okay, we are ready to go. Let's release the parking brake. We got to set the trim to about 5 units. There we go. Okay, we're all set up and ready to go now. I love this airport by FlyTampa. No, I'm not sure about the taxiways here. But if I'm not mistaken, runway 22 is right where that aircraft is. Yeah, a little bit of... it's a very confusing airport. And Kastrup, or Denmark, is the home of my very good friend Thomas Rasmussen. So I'm sure that he's going to give this airport extra care when he creates the cinematic for it.
Approaching 12.
All right. Clear left and right. That's Middle East Airlines. Gotta love those sounds. Now, I don't know if you can notice, because we're streaming, But I'll tell you, it's butter smooth. The IXEG is butter smooth now, no stuttering whatsoever. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Very happy to see the fact that Gizmo 2.0 is what's the overlay. I'm using Ben or Benny. I'm not sure how to say it. Benny's overlay. Now this aircraft is coming right at us. So either he stops or I'm just going to run into him. Yeah, that's, by the way, I'm using Traffic Global. I think there's an aircraft taken off there. We could go here. But I hope he stops, and then what I'll do is I'll make a left on Alpha 2. Okay, stop. Okay, he did stop. Okay, thank you very much. All right, here we go. All right, 22 right. Okay, landing lights on, runway turn-off lights, APU is off, taxi lights. We'll leave them on for now. Strobes are on, all the other lights are on, and we are ready to go. Let's arm the auto throttle. All right, folks, we are ready to go. Stable and toga. V1, rotate. Is it ready to climb? Gear is going up. All right, let's see here. Let's pitch up a bit. All's looking good. And we can go to flaps 1. (1,000 feet). VNAV and LNAV. Yeah, we should call V2, you are correct. All right, let's engage the autopilot. Autopilot is engaged. And flaps are retracted. Rejected takeoff to off. I love the sounds of the trim wheel. All right, let's increase the range here a bit. 40 is about good right there. We forgot to turn on the terrain. It doesn't work for some reason anyway. That's why I keep forgetting it. But all is looking good now. Yeah, not everyone calls V2. It is actually part of many airline procedures is to call V1, V rotate, and then V2. It really depends on the airline procedures. All is looking good. Few scattered clouds. All right, here we go. 5,000. We'll set bearer reference to standard. 1013. And 1013. And the same thing on the first officer's side. 1013. There we go. Climbing through 6,000 to 350. There is an issue with the shaders, I think, in X-Plane. It only happens when I fly this specific route, and it's right after we are close to Austria. There is a flicker, and I'm not sure why it happens. Hopefully it won't happen this time around. But yeah, I've noticed that there were some issues there. Hopefully we won't encounter it in this flight. Ooh, did we pass 10,000? Not yet. All right. Nothing really to see out there. Gotta love those sounds. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, 10,000 feet, and we're gonna turn off the landing lights. Runway turn off lights, taxi, and engine start to off. No need for those. Anti-collision stays on. Position light is on. Everything else is fine. And all is looking good. Good stuff. Did you turn on anti-ice? No, I did not. Okay, let's take a quick look here. So about 93 nautical miles to our top of climb. Everything is looking good now here. And we're climbing through nicely now to our cruise altitude. R1 Aviation, very good evening to you, my friend. How are you doing? Very good to see you here on the stream. Welcome, everybody. Now, I've received a lot of requests to do a tutorial on the Embraer 145 by X-Crafts, as well as the Embraer by SSG, and I am planning a full flight tutorial of both aircrafts. They're actually pretty nice. The new update with the Vulkan compatibility for both has made both aircraft really fun to fly. So definitely I'll be fulfilling the request to do full flight tutorials of those flights very soon, of those aircraft, beg your pardon. And I've received a couple of requests to do reviews of airports. There is a new airport by, I still can't remember the name of the, or I can't say it right, Oxonus or Oxononus or Oxonus. It's the Just Asia company that changed their name. They've made a really nice airport in Casablanca, Morocco. So that's one airport that I will probably review sometime during the week on the channel. It will be, of course, a recorded video. Adam, you are from there, from Casablanca. Welcome, my friend. All right, let's take a look at some wing views there. Man, God, I love the IXEG. Look at that. Really remains to be one of my favorite aircraft, the IXEG. Very, very immersive. All right, we're climbing nicely to 18,000 feet. So what do you guys think about the new update on the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the release of the Boeing 747? So there are now 2 jetliners. I think a lot of people were kind of, you know, anticipating jetliners, and now you have the you know, the Boeing 747. Does this IXEG have any updates? There is an update 1.3 coming out very soon. It's been previewed on I can't remember the name of the guy now. But there was if you go to the Threshold website, you should be able to see in the news. It's really I mean, they haven't really changed anything in terms of the look of the aircraft or no major functionality, but I think what they've done is they fixed some of the things, some of the annoying issues that people were complaining about, and it should be the word is, as soon as X-Plane is stable, you know, they would release version 1.3. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Majestic YT. Hey, do you remember me? Well, your nickname rings a bell. I can't really remember who it is, but it does ring a bell. I apologize for that. Be a sound pack for IXEG. Yes, I am using the beta sound pack for the IXEG, which I think is great. And they will release, I think they are going to sync their release with the release of the aircraft. So once the aircraft is version 1.3 is released, they'll release the sound pack as well. Having said this, I think the IXEG, the sounds of the IXEG out of the box are absolutely gorgeous. I don't think they need to change anything, to be honest. But yeah, some sounds are definitely better. Let me set this here. Yeah, there we go. All is good now. Is the IXEG worth the money? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is It is one of the best aircraft made for X-Plane. Very, very immersive aircraft. So yes, I definitely recommend it. I am using SAM World Jetways, yes, and I'm using the payware version. Now, SAM Jetways will work out of the box. The freeware version will work, but you will not get the animations. So, so yeah, I went and purchased it. I can't remember what it was. I believe it was under $20, but I'm not exactly sure. You know, how much exactly it was. All right, checking on the connection here. Everything is looking good. Let's check on Streamlabs. Yes, I do have a lot of entries now for the cap. That's very good. And the giveaway will automatically end in about an hour from now. And then a winner will be automatically picked, and then Streamlabs would, I guess, contact you and take your address and everything to send you the cap. Again, to enter the giveaway, ladies and gentlemen, you can enter !raffle, all one word, and then you should be good. All right. Looks like we have some clouds here, as you can see. Yeah, the way to Vienna is not going to be clear, but that's fine. Actually, let's do one thing. Let's take a look at the latest conditions at Vienna. Ooh. Things are looking pretty... Let's see. The last update, we have thunderstorms with heavy...
Looks like we're number 2 for takeoff. We'd like flight attendants to please prepare the cabin for departure at this time.
Thank you very much, my friend, for your donation. Really, really appreciate it. So the latest weather, thunderstorms with heavy rain, clouds are few at 1,200 feet, few cumulus at 2,500 feet, scattered at 26. Wow. Visibility is 4.5 kilometers. That's going to make for some interesting approach. Temperature is 18 Celsius, dew point 14, QNH is 1019er. Yeah, it's going to be quite an approach. The winds are not that bad. We have about 1 knot of crosswind at runway 11 and a headwind of 5 knots, so it shouldn't be that bad, but looks like the ride is going to be a rough ride as we approach Vienna. Yeah. Hopefully things will change. The current conditions are IFR, by the way, at Vienna, but hopefully things will improve as we approach. Again, thank you guys. Thank you everyone who's supported the channel with your donations or through buying any of the Q8Pilot official merchandise. All of your donations, all the money generated on the channel will be donated to the American Cancer Society. I don't really keep any of the money myself because I don't need it. So really it's a way of giving back to the community, giving back to the world. I have seen a few programs for flight simmers where, you know, you contribute to other flight simmers who are less fortunate and still would like to, you know, indulge in this hobby. But I guess they've stopped taking applications for now. So when that is up, definitely I'll be, you know, I'll be giving them a call or shoot them an email. So yeah, I really appreciate all the. You didn't spell it right. Spell. Yeah. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at our cruise altitude, and as you can see, there is a little bit of turbulence. We kept the seatbelt signs on, and it looks like I'm going to keep them on for the remainder of the flight. There is slight turbulence. It's not that bad. But yeah, the weather is pretty cloudy out there. And that's our top of climb right there. Are you using SkyMax Pro? No, I am actually using default explain weather for weather generation, and I'm using Cloud Art version 3.2 for the actual cloud textures. Yeah, nothing, no add-ons for weather in this video except for the clouds, and they are freeware. I made a video on how to where to download them and how to install them. You can check the channel out for that. Are you using? Yes, I am using Vulkan. Yes, the clouds are freeware. Yeah. Some good and exciting things happening in the flight sim community. And guys, I want to remind you to visit my partners at Threshold, the thresholdx.net website. Excellent website for Explain News, and now they're also including Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And if you've been to my Discord channel, the folks at Threshold are actually helping me out moderate the server as well. By the way, you can find some really good, helpful folks on my Discord server. If you have technical questions, there is a channel dedicated for that. And there's also a pilot lounge where there is a voice channel now. You can catch me there every now and then. If you want to chat with me, you can chat with me there for sure. The link to my Discord is available on the channel. If you go to the channel banner on the lower right corner, you'd see links to my Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and Twitch. You should be able to find them there. Yeah, that's probably a good idea for me to create a command for Discord, but currently, no, it's not there, so I probably need to do that. I'll make a note of this for my next stream. All right, folks, we are at our cruise altitude. I'm not sure why the aircraft is descending, but it's probably descending due to this really terrible weather that we're going through, which tells me that I am probably going to make a big mess out of the landing today. Hopefully not. I haven't flown the IXEG in quite some time. I did a test flight before the stream, just to kind of, you know, brush up on my skills with this aircraft. It's a really fun aircraft to fly. It's a bit wobbly. I hope they fix this in the 1.3 version. So I'm not a rail pilot, so I really can't tell the difference between a 737-800 and a 300 in terms of the flight model. I'm sure somebody like my very good friend Flydeck to Sim will be able to comment on that and give more information on, you know, from a pilot's perspective, you know, what is he like about, you know, the 800 versus the 300 if he's flown one. But yeah, definitely from my perspective, other than how the aircraft feels, there isn't really much for me to comment on, to be very honest. All right, let's take a look at the outside. Gotta love those sounds. Yeah, I created everything, by the way, all the views I've created with X camera. X camera, in my view, is the best thing since sliced bread. Really, really good add-on for X-Plane. Okay, everything seems to be looking pretty good. All right, let's check here on top of descent. Cruise. Top of descent in 289 nautical miles. So still quite a way. But we're looking good. Pretty short flight today. Yeah, look, when you're doing a stream, definitely the cruise time is a killer. Now, we can click on the ground speed and double the speed, so we'd reach Vienna in half the time, but I guess that won't be fun, right? First time here streaming, thrilled to see Kastrup. I'm from Copenhagen. Hello, welcome my friend. Copenhagen, yeah, I've been there once. I'd like to go there again. Beautiful country. The green in Denmark is just, absolutely gorgeous. But I'd like to go there again when this pandemic thing is over. On auto, they must be on continuous. That's not what I don't think they need to be on continuous. So after takeoff, they need to be on continuous until about you reach 10,000 feet, and then I think they need to be turned off. That's what I know, according to the flight manual of this 733 Classic. That's what it says, but I could be mistaken. Too bad X-Plane uses blade element theory that does not allow real-time sim speed increase. Yeah, it does. I mean, you can do speed increase for sure. And then what's that got to do with blade element theory? Blade element theory is how the airfoil really is simulated against the aircraft fuselage. So it doesn't predict it, it actually calculates it, and therefore produces very accurate results in terms of how actually the aircraft behaves when the air hits different points. Let's see here. How about in Romania? Have you ever been to Turkey? No, unfortunately, I haven't been to Turkey, and I have not been to Romania. I've had a couple of very good friends from Romania. They were here in Kuwait. They were working here for a while. Two of them were in the military, and one was working in the F&B business, food and beverage. Really fine people, the Romanian people. They left, unfortunately, some couple of years back. They went back to Romania. Hello from Scotland. Hey, Andrew. Andrew Tyler. How are you doing there, my friend? Actually, when you increase the speed, you will lose some FPS for sure, but it's negligible. It doesn't really, unless you have heavy clouds loading, in the scene, then yes, definitely. But that has nothing to do with the sim speed. But if you have definitely a lot of auto-gen loading, the sim is going to try to load everything, and yes, it's going to slow down. You're going to lose a few FPS, that's for sure. You have got to give it a try, absolutely. Cloud art is very good. Good evening from Northern Ireland. Hey, how are you doing, my friend? Ireland is on my bucket list, by the way. My parents went to Ireland last year. So my parents actually own a property in Canary Wharf in the Docklands. And so that's their base. Normally they spend the summer there, and then they, you know, they wander around and they do day trips, and sometimes they visit, you know, nearby European countries. So they've been to Ireland, and they were extremely happy. They really absolutely loved it. They loved the weather, the people, the food, just about everything. So they kind of enticed me to do that as well and visit Ireland one day. How about doing a flight from Johannesburg to Cape Town, South Africa? Yes, if it's not too long of a route, that's perfectly fine. So between 1 to 1.5 hours, I'll be more than happy to do it. And you can always request anything on my Discord. You can put, you know, the flight details there, and then I can definitely take a look. It's a nice little area in Canary Wharf. I really like that area. I can't believe how well it developed over the years. The first time I visited the area, Canary Wharf, not England, but Canary Wharf, was in 1999, to be specific, October 1999. And I'll tell you, a couple of years back when I was in England, I visited the area, and my God, things have changed so much. That area is just kind of, you know, the growth is astronomical, really. Shanghai to Beijing. Yeah, why not? Again, I'm making notes of all your requests, guys, and I will carefully look at the routes for these flights. And for sure, if all right, to top of descent 241 nautical miles, everything's looking good. Let's take a look at the weather in Austria, which I hope has improved. Well, let's see here. Well, it looks like things are subsiding. There are still heavy showers. No thunderstorms, though. So that's good. Scatter 2600. Visibility has improved from 4 to 7 kilometers. Temperature 16 Celsius. All right, so it's not too bad now. Okay, what I'll do is I will set up a channel on my Discord to get all your requests for the flights. I guess that's easier that way for me. Are you using SimToolkit Pro for this flight? So I've used SimToolkit Pro to actually do all the flight planning for this flight, but you guys seem to like the Benny overlay more than the SimToolkit Pro overlay. Excuse me. So, so yeah, I'm using the Benny overlay for this flight. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is never use that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a Discord channel for you guys on my Discord to receive all your requests for the full flights on the streams. And then I'll see if I'm going to do the if I'm going to do the tutorials online as well. So that's something I'll check. All right, let me check here. Excuse me. Right, looks like we have a number of entries now for the giveaway. That's pretty good. All right, let's take a look at the outside. Look at that. Beautiful. Here, let's do this. Looks pretty good, huh? Hello, Q8 from Nairobi. Hey there, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How can I participate in the giveaway? Just type exclamation raffle. I think somebody just written it there for you in the chat. And we have another friend here from Copenhagen. Hello there, my friend. Welcome to the stream. All right, everything is looking pretty good. 212 nautical miles to top of descent. Man, I love those clouds. All right, how about we bring some chatter? Let's go to show nearby facilities. And let's see here. Actually, anyone of them will do, but we'll just pick a tower. That works.
Channel 39 Charlie, wind 230 degrees, 7 knots, runway 28, clear takeoff, times instructed.
Clear takeoff.
Yeah, spice up the stream a bit there. All right. Which real world weather plugin you are using? I'm actually not using anything. To be frank, I'm using X-Plane default weather, and I'm using Cloud Art. That's all I'm using. Let me check one thing here. There we go.
Shamrock 6 Echo Echo, confirm ready for departure.
Fully ready, 6 Echo.
Wow, did you see that aircraft? Look at that. Now that is a scene. There it is. Nice. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to check on the giveaway for you guys. All right, so we have a number of entries. I can see all of you guys who've typed raffle. I can see all of you there. So, and we've got about 15 minutes left before the giveaway closes and a winner is selected. So if you haven't yet entered the giveaway, you've got about 15 minutes to win the Q8 Pilot cap, courtesy of the Q8 Pilot channel. All right, let me head back here. Where is the TCAS? For some reason, it's not working. I'm not sure why. I do have it enabled there. This one is on TARA, but for some reason, it does not work. It doesn't show anything here, so yeah. 187 nautical miles. We're getting closer now to our destination. The flight is going pretty good so far now. Okay, so that's the problem I was telling you guys about. You see that flicker going, then it's going to get really violent. But if I move the mouse up like somewhere here, then we'll see if we can stop it from happening. I really am not sure why it happens, but it's very annoying. Alright, so in this position, it goes away. So I'll just keep it there, because otherwise it's going to become pretty violent. Yeah. No, I'm not using Active Sky. You know, I've had some issues with Active Sky. And then running just too many things. I prefer, one thing I like about, for example, the new flight simulator is that it's got, you know, everything there. You don't really need any add-ons. You don't need to run anything there. So yeah, that makes it a lot easier, I think, when you don't have too many things. We have a new subscriber to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, and so I try to limit the things that I have running in the background. God, this flicker just is going to drive me nuts. There we go. Less now, but it's still there. And now we killed it. Yeah, for some reason it's just... and by the way, it only happens in this direction. And then as soon as we make our turn, it goes away for some reason. It's really, really odd problem with X-Plane. I need a Danish pastry and a cup of coffee. Yeah, absolutely. Why is... All right, so that's fine. Let me say... I'm not sure why it blocked that message. The message is perfectly fine. I'm not sure what's wrong. I'm really sorry. Samira, is it? Yeah, I'm really sorry about Streamlabs. It's just saying don't use foul language. But I saw your message. Your message is fine. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I need to check the... I need to check the... Why is it doing that? God, this flicker is just absolutely driving me nuts.
Ryanair 442, wind 240 degrees, 7 knots, runway 34, clear.
Yeah, I really am not sure why it does that. Alright, why is it so bumpy?
Ryanair 153, turn right.
It is pretty bumpy, and this flicker thing is driving me nuts. Let me see if I can do something about it. Obviously no, I can't. I used to change the view and it would go away. Well, maybe we'll just do this view for a while, because it's just going to really give me a headache. Yeah. That flicker is just really, really terrible. Look at that. I'm not sure why it does that. Yeah, really strange.
Stuttgart 4 Bravo Zulu, line up runway 3.
Yeah, Streamlabs seems to be doing strange things. Really apologize about that. I need to go back and find out why it's doing that. I am using X camera, yes. But I don't think it's got anything to do with X camera. So if I disable X camera, it's disabled now. You still get the flicker, so it's got nothing to do with it, I don't think. And this way it just goes. Really, really strange issue. Is the giveaway over? No, I think we still have a few more minutes to go. I'll check for you here real quick. Let's see. Giveaway. We have about 9 minutes remaining, folks. If you're still interested in entering the giveaway, now's your chance. 9 minutes left. Oh man, that flicker is really, really bad. Alright, never mind. We'll just put it here and it will just subside once we make a right turn momentarily. We are about 149 nautical miles from the top of descent point. And looks like we have a new subscriber to the channel. Welcome.
Taxi Hotel 2 and hold short of runway 34. It's an active runway.
Taxi via Bravo, Hotel 2, hold short runway 34, 915.
Yeah, so you guys can let me know what you'd like to also see on those streams. If you like trivias, if you like me to do more giveaways, betting, spinning the wheel. I really am very new to streaming, and so I would definitely heed the advice from you guys. I'm doing these streams for you guys, so whatever you guys would like to see, I'll be more than happy to basically accommodate in those streams. I do have multiple devices now set up to run the streams. I've got the iPad and everything else there running.
4 Bravo Zulu, wind 240 degrees, 7 knots, runway 34.
Next stream, I am going to be giving away gift certificates at the Explain org store. I think I'm gonna get about 10 total gift certificates. I haven't figured the amounts yet, but yeah, I'm gonna make something nice, and I'm thinking of actually doing a Q8Pilot logo competition. What do you guys think about that? I've had my logo for a long time, and maybe it is time to, change things a little bit and get a facelift for the Q8Pilot logo. So I'm thinking of running a competition for everyone to design a brand new logo for the channel, and of course the winner would be awarded a cash prize, as well as, of course, I'll be using the new logo. The winning design will be definitely used. When I fly into the sunset, the sun would fully set, but I would still have the camera flare. Yeah, I've seen that as well. Never change a winning concept. Yeah, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, yeah? That's perfectly fine.
Ryanair 28 Charlie.
Just say, excellent presentation, first class quality, Mabruk. One must have fatouche and lahm bil ajin. Fatouche I really like.
Charlie from Papa 1, enter backtrack and line up runway 34, a beam alpha and wait.
Oh no, nothing is wrong with the logo. Just you know, just was thinking of doing something exciting for you guys. Is that flicker still there?
Flyer
It
7,
sure is.
Charlie, line up runway 28, full length of runway available.
Line up runway 28, copy. Flyer 7, Charlie.
It looks like it's gotten a little better, but there is a, as you can see here, there is a defined line here, which kind of makes it a bit strange. There, it's still definitely still there. All right, let's take a look here. Let's go ahead and set up for our
Flyer 7,
arrival. By the way,
runway 28,
our
full
heading
length
is
of
off.
Line
There
up
we
runway
go.
28, copy. Flyer 7, Charlie.
All right, let's go ahead and go to approach reference, and we've got 30. We're gonna do flaps 30. It actually depends on, you know, what we're gonna get, but we'll do flaps 30, and we're at 5, so that's 141. And we're gonna add that here. And let's set our frequencies to 110, was it decimal 3? 110 decimal 3.
Takeoff 28, Flyer 7,
That's
Charlie.
110 decimal 3. And 110 decimal 3 on both sides. I'm going to set the approach course, which is 111.
Flyer 77 Charlie, wind 240 degrees, 7 knots, runway 28, clear takeoff. Goodbye.
Clear takeoff 28, Flyer 7, Charlie.
And we do the same thing here. 111.
Ryanair 153, cross runway 34,
Okay.
Hotel 1, hold on.
Oh god,
Hotel
this
1.
flicker is just really annoying me.
Hold up, Hotel 1 running.
Yeah, I really am not sure why it's doing it, but when you're looking at this angle, it goes away. I guess it's something to do with the sun. Okay. Let's see here. What does it
Ryanair
say?
153, cross runway 34.
I don't think we have a good ERJ for P3D next plane. Are you going to shoot an ILS approach to Vienna? Yes, we are going to shoot ILS approach runway 11 at Vienna. Disable the Vulcan API option. Yeah, I mean that's always no, the FPS is just fine. I think it's something to do with the shadows. So, yeah, it only happens, you know, in this way, so that's fine. Let's take a look at the outside real quick. Love the sky colors.
Shamrock 59 kilo, line up runway 28, a beam echo 2 please and wait.
Yeah, it looks like my let me check one thing here. Yeah, that's what I thought. This has reset.
Ryanair 153, Holden Hotel 1, and preferred a taxi, contact ground 121.80, bye-bye.
There we go.
Hold up, Hotel 1, 121.
Yeah, I might disable Vulcan. Happy Eid to you and your family. Hope you have a great year ahead. Thank you very much, Kareem. I really appreciate it. I wish you and your family the same.
Ryanair 153, Holden Hotel 1, and preferred a taxi, contact ground 121.80, bye-bye.
Hold up, Hotel 1.
Yeah, of course, I'm not going to change anything right now. For everyone who's observing Eid after the Ramadan, I wish you guys a happy Eid with your families.
34, clear takeoff, bye-bye.
Kenya Airways livery into or out of let's get with a 737.
240 degrees.
Yeah, sure. That's something I'll consider. I actually haven't done too many flights in the African continent or in South America. So I have been, for the most part, flying in the U.S. And Europe. Those are the two continents that I've been flying in and out of pretty much. I've done a few flights in the Middle East, and then I've done quite a bit of Middle Eastern routes from like Kuwait to Lebanon, from Saudi to Dubai. Those really popular routes in this region. But yeah, I haven't done a lot of flights in Africa, in the African continent. I definitely don't like long distance or long haul flights. The 7, 8 hour, 12-hour flights. I don't do those. Just too long, and I get really bored after a while. All right, looks like, ladies and gentlemen, the raffle has ended now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go to, let's see here. Yeah, the timer is done, and we have, let's see here. We have a total of 28 entries into the raffle. So let's go ahead and pick a winner, and the winner is, I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name. It's EG, is it Edge? Edge Mukan? Is that how you say it? I really am not sure. The prize has been assigned to you. Yeah, you should now be able to redeem it. There is the link in the Streamlabs. The link is there for you to redeem your. Congratulations. All right, let's take a look here and see where we are now. Climb, cruise, 74 nautical miles. All right, so the transition altitude is 5,000, but what I want to check is actually we are going to set, so I'm going to go ahead and reset the MCP altitude now, just so that we don't forget to 5,000.
Speedbird H31 uniform, wind 240 degrees, 8 knots, runway.
There we go.
Clear takeoff. Bye.
Clear takeoff, Q8Pilot Partners.
That flicker is just absolutely annoying. Yeah. Okay, so as far as the miles go, it's supposed to be loyalty points. So as you watch the stream, you would actually accumulate points, and then you'll be able to redeem those points at the store. At this point, I haven't really added anything to the store, but I am going to add probably the gift certificates and probably add-ons, like, for example, maybe I'll purchase a plane, and then the serial of that plane would be there, and you'll be able to basically redeem. So the more points that you accumulate, you'll be able to get those perks from the store. Now, I haven't set up the store yet because I simply don't know how it all works, to be very honest with you guys. But I'm getting there. There's a lot to swallow when it comes to streaming. There's a lot of things I don't know. You probably, in the previous streams, you would see my Streamlabs screen coming. So I then discovered that there is actually an app that you can download, like a remote control of some sort. So I'm still learning, guys. So bear with me while I learn, you know, all the ins and outs of streaming. I am, by the way, moving away from using Vegas Pro for editing my videos. I am gonna start using Adobe Premiere Pro. So for those of you who are interested in or have their own channels, I know that my previous videos were all done on Vegas, so I'm using now Adobe Premiere Pro. I find it to be a lot easier. There is a lot to learn. The learning curve is quite high, but once you get used to it, it's actually very easy to use. It's easier than Vegas. It's got a lot more features. It's got a lot more support and add-ons and things like that. So that's definitely something that you will see through in my recorded videos moving forward. There was a new helicopter released by Dreamfoil Labs a few days ago. I think that helicopter was there for a very long time, but it has just received an update. And I tried to actually do a review video of it. I couldn't even get it off the ground, to be honest. Really touchy on the controls. So I crashed it, like I tried 5 times. It's just, I wasn't successful. So I will probably try to reach out to my good friend Luna's World. Luna's World, by the way, is a very promising channel. He's really a great guy, you know, very mellow, down to earth. I really like watching his videos. So maybe I'll reach out to him and ask him, all right, so there's our turn. I'm very glad that we are turning because that flicker is going to go away as soon as we are done with this turn. And we are now 47 nautical miles from top of descent. So, yeah. So we should actually get rid of all those flickers. All right, much better. The flickers are definitely less. All right, let's take a look here at our... All right, so this is the top of descent right there. Looks like the terrain is working now.
7 knots, runway 28, cleared land.
Cleared land, runway 28 on 8 Whiskey Alpha.
Ryanair 8 Whiskey Alpha, wind 240 degrees, 7 knots, runway 28, cleared land.
Cleared land, runway 28 on 8 Whiskey Alpha.
Still some flicker, but I'm sure that as soon as we pass the top of descent and make another right turn, it would go away. And let's see here. So, yeah, we're looking okay. We're close to top of descent now. I was using Avid for a long time until they got bought out by Adobe. Yeah. Alright guys, I think it's time for us now to take another look at the weather in Vienna. Okay. Looks like there is still heavy rain. Clouds are few at 300 feet, scattered at 1100 feet, broken at 1700, visibility is 6 kilometers, temperature 16 Celsius, QNH is 1021. Color state is white, so there are some clouds there, and it looks like the Even the runways have changed for landing. Yeah. Wow. It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough landing at Vienna. But hopefully we can do it. Have I ever flown a real 737? No, I have not. I haven't. I did it in a simulator in England, and then a good friend of mine who works at Kuwait Airways has shown me a real simulator, not a 737 because they don't fly them, but an Airbus simulator. And those are, I tell you, those are quite advanced simulators. I just took off from Vienna, no rain. Well, the weather forecast says that there is rain there. It says heavy rain, actually. And that was, the METAR was about 11 minutes ago. So we have also gusting winds. 40 knot gusting winds. Wow. Yeah, so we'll see what happens as we reach our destination. Here we are coming to top of descent now, and we will begin our descent to 5,000 feet. The MCP altitude has been set, and everything else is looking pretty good for our descent into Vienna. Good to see you back flying. I kind of knew that your passion for aviation will be stronger. Absolutely, it's good to be back, folks. Definitely, and I owe it to all of you, to all of the subscribers, but also to my good friend Thomas Rasmussen, to Flight Deck to Sim, V1 Simulations, and Oz Flight Simmer. Those guys have played a major role in my comeback to the flight simulation scene, and really they're very kind-hearted individuals, and of course all of you guys, all of the comments I've received. It was just I couldn't say no to all that kindness, and I decided to come back for sure. And it's good to be back, I'll be honest. Yeah. All right, we're approaching top of descent, and now at least we can look forward without those annoying flickers. Is it still there? No, see, they're gone. It's just that one area. I guess it does have to do with the sun. Yeah. Tell you, that is a nice scene. All right, here's our top of descent. There we go. Look at that. Wow. We will more than likely require some drag. Yeah. But so far so good. Yeah, our speed is going to increase now because our rate of descent is quite high. The transition altitude at Vienna is again 5,000 feet. So we will set QNH as soon as we are at 5,000. And the current QNH is 1021. All is looking good. Yeah, this aircraft sounds are really nice, just out of the box. They're one of the best. Now, one thing I came to realize with all add-ons for X-Plane, P3D, anything, there are two elements which a lot of developers don't seem to concentrate on sometimes. One is the actual look and feel, so the visuals, especially the 3D cockpit. Those textures and the way they model it is extremely important for flight simmers, because that's where you're going to spend most of your time, you know. And the other thing is the sounds. So those two elements will make or break any add-on, in my view. If they don't get the visuals right and if they don't get the sounds right, it is more than likely that the add-on will not be a very successful add-on. They can speak about flight models and all of that good stuff, and yes, there are a few. Ooh, looks like we do have some thunderstorms there. I mean, real pilots, of course, who are trying to stay updated in the sim would appreciate, you know, the flight model, and some of them maybe will not pay too much attention to the visuals, but flight simmers will definitely look at those two elements, and it would be a make or break in terms of the success of the add-on. The same thing goes, by the way, for the airports. I've seen a lot of airports, and if they don't really nail the buildings, for example, the texture work, the 3D modeling, it just kills the immersion. Now, there are some things that are not important, in my view. For example, when you're flying an aircraft and you're approaching an airport, there's a lot of details that you actually can't see while you're airborne. You would not actually see unless you're on the ground and you're panning your camera around to get an appreciation of the artwork. But other than that, thank you very much, Samira. I really appreciate it. I'll keep the logo then. I'm not gonna change the logo. We'll keep it. I think you guys like the logo the way it is, so we'll just keep it. So yeah, I think scenery developers, I get sometimes developers asking me to take a look at their add-ons, and yes, I mean, I appreciate all the work that they do, but then it's got to be visually appealing. At least the main buildings, anything that you see while you are taking off or landing, it's got to be made properly. It's got to look good. It's getting real dark in here, so let's give it there. Oh, just look at those lights. Absolutely love the IXEG. Just look at those lights. Gorgeous. All right, let's see what we're doing here in terms of, we need to be above 17,000. I think we're still looking pretty okay in terms of our altitude. I'm going to go ahead and decrease the range now. My cap is on the way. Thank you very much. You're most welcome. Enjoy it. Do let me know what do you think of it, and I will probably create more giveaways in the upcoming streams. I do have a few merchandise lined up for you guys, and yeah, definitely You know, I want to give something back to you guys. I'm really trying to think of something really, something big, you know? I just really can't put my hands on it yet. And I like to always pull, you know, I like to always get, you know, your suggestions, because I do want to deliver content that you guys like. That's pretty much how I get the steer for the channel. I've just bought the King Air C90 in FS economy, and we're flying the following X-plane model. C90 payware. Is that, just remind me, is that the Coronado C90? If it is the Coronado C90, I do not recommend it. But that's just me. I don't like Coronado aircraft. I think they look great, but in terms of... they all fly the same, to be honest. So I'm not really a big fan of Coronado aircraft. Well, it is nighttime, and let's see here. Where are we at? 17. We're still actually looking good in terms of our current altitude. There are definitely some thunderstorms there. Got some clouds for sure. Okay, let's take a look here at our speed. I think everything's still looking good. All right, we're getting pretty close now. Okay, so in approximately 7 nautical miles, we need to slow down. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to do this, and I'm going to reduce our speed to 220 knots. I'm going to extend the speed brakes. That should help us descend, reduce our speed. I love that scene. Look at that. Looks amazing. Well, that's pretty much what what the METAR is still according to the app I'm using on my phone. That's what the weather looks like. So I would say that X-plane weather is pretty accurate in this case. All right, let's take a look here. 26 nautical miles. We should be fine. Is this Orbex Vienna? Yes, it is. The airport is distributed by Orbex, but it is built by Gaya or Gaya Simulations. The airport itself is again a really, really nice airport. I really like it. Looks like we're too low, so we can reduce our rate of descent, and that should help us also decrease our speed faster. Right, we can go to Vienna actually. Look at that. Really beautiful scene. Okay. All right, 10,000 feet. Landing lights, runway turn-off lights, taxi. All our lights are on. All right, let's go ahead and set up for our approach. We're going to set the auto brake to 2. And now we don't longer need this here, so we're going to arm the speed brake. You know what, we need to descend, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to 1,000 feet. And I'm going to go to 220 knots. Our final cruise, we need to go even further. Let's go to 1,500 feet per minute. All right, let's set up the range here to 20 feet. All right, we're looking good now. Ooh, what's that? Wow, it looks like it's going to be a tough one, guys. All right, so we want 5,000. We're still okay. We're looking good. And let me just double check the QNH here before we. So the latest is 1021. Okay. All right, at this point, we still don't have the localizer captured. We are a bit too low now. Yeah. Well, hopefully, you know, we're still looking okay, I think. Wow, this is terrible. We are too low. So there we go. All right, let's go to 180 knots. Let me extend the speed brake. I think I can see the ground now. It's not very clear. Visibility is pretty bad, but I can see it. All right, let's do this. All right, there we go. Okay, and approach. And we're going to go to flaps 5. And we're going to select gear down. Flaps 15. Where is the runway? There we go. Command B. All right, let's take a look here. 141. Let's go to 141. That's our reference speed. And we're going to arm the speed brake. Okay, it looks like we're looking good now. Flaps 25. All right, now let's hope that I don't make a mess out of this landing. Okay, let's see here. And we're going to go to flaps 30. Everything is looking good. Oh, you know what, guys? I did not set Q&H to 1021. My bad. Let's set it here as well. Is that correct? No, not yet.
2500.
There we go. All right, we're all set up now and we're looking good. Definitely crosswind there. All right, here's what I'm going to do, folks. I am going to take over. All right, my airplane. Right, let me set up my auto throttle here. Definitely some crosswind there. I can feel it.
1000.
1,000 feet. Wow.
Approaching 1-1.
We're a tad too low.
Flight slow. Flight 300. Flight slow. 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 100. Flight slow. Flight slow. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, what a floater.
Long landing, 2,700 meters remaining.
Oh, come on. Wow. I didn't expect that. Wow, this weather is absolutely... Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, manual braking. Not sure what it's complaining about now. Wow. That was one very difficult landing. Well, welcome to Vienna. We definitely made it in one piece. And it is raining here in Vienna, just as the Matar said. Wow, I'll tell you guys, this was really intense landing. The weather, I had to do left and right rudder and all sorts of things. We'll take a look at the landing momentarily. But you know what, it looks like we can park the aircraft here, so why don't we do that? Or do you guys want me to go to the terminal? Here, actually, let's make a turn here. See, one thing I like about the IXEG is that, see, the rain effect, it does work. It works fine. Simply because it's a custom effect, and they don't use the lib rain or anything like that, so it works perfectly fine. So in that respect, I think it's... by the way, we can clean up... no, those we can leave. Let's start the APU. And the strobe we can turn off. There's a lot of empty spots there, but we're going to pick one next to this aircraft here. All right, let's retract the really beautiful airport. Right, let's park the aircraft here. And that's about right. Right, set parking brake. Now, I think if we kill the anti-collision light, the SAM jetways would kick in. Let me see here. All right, let's kill the anti-collision light. Let's take a look. No, not yet. Actually, let's turn off all these lights. And let's see. It should actually start. All right. How about we take a look at our landing? So let's go here. There we go. Look at that. It was definitely a floater. Tower view. Man, that weather was really bad. There's the float. But pretty smooth touchdown. Yeah, and right on the center line too. So all in all, you know, it wasn't too bad, I guess. Yeah. Well, folks, I really enjoyed this stream. I really enjoyed the interaction with all of you. It was definitely fun. If there is anything that you'd like to see in the next stream, please be sure to post it in the comment section. Make sure that you also let me know if you like any specific routes. You can visit my Discord channel there and catch me on the CTAF frequency there, 122.0 in the pilot lounge if you want to chat with me. And that's it for today's show. If you have any suggestions, again, please do let me know. And I wish you all a very safe evening if it's evening time, or a pleasant morning if it's morning time where you are. That's it for me, and I am checking out now.